Hey there, it's Nicole Lewis-Keeber, author of How to Love Your Business, and this is the intro to the book. Again, I'm doing a read along and reading out loud my book for you. For anyone who wants to read along, feel free to get your copy on Amazon. It is How to Love Your Business and Stop Recreating Trauma and Have a Business You Love and That Loves You Back. So let's start out with the introduction. I love the cover of this book. I just think they did such a good job designing it. This book is dedicated to the inner kiddo CEOs. You'll learn more about that. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay. Introduction. If anyone had told me 3 years ago that I would be writing a book about business, much less one about people's relationships with their business, I would have questioned their sanity. What does it even mean to have a business that you love and that loves you back? Yet here we are, and it turns out I'm passionate about this topic 10 years later. So passionate that I have dedicated my own time and resources to this because guess what? It changes lives, and it continues to do so. It changed mine, and it continues to change my clients' lives and the lives of anyone who hears me speak about it. That's why I've written this book to help as many people as possible. Every day I see business owners and entrepreneurs who are stressed out by their businesses. They feel overwhelmed by their schedules. They feel alone and unsupported. The financial freedom that they were seeking by becoming their own bosses has eluded them. The pressure to get things right and take care of the myriad of tasks feels like a boulder pressing down on their chests. They feel run down and beaten up. Hmm. They internalize the problem in their businesses, becoming so miserable that they seek relief by reading self-help books and working on their mindset, but it just doesn't help. They end up feeling worse because their efforts still do not get them the results that they'd hoped for. What they hadn't realized is that no one drops their personal baggage at the door when they start a business. In fact, starting a business means entering into a relationship, just like a friendship, a romance, or a neighborly or familial relationship. And just like in human to human relationships, if we do not set clear boundaries and work to practice them mindfully and intentionally, we are bound to default into toxic behaviors from our past. In other words, we bring our emotional challenges into our businesses with us, and when we ignore this, we get in trouble. This book is based on my experience as a therapist and coach working with small business owners and entrepreneurs. It's designed to help you identify your disempowering patterns so that you can change the dynamics that you have with your own business, the relationship that you have with your clients, partners, and yourself. I know you can do it because I've done it myself, both in my business and in my personal life. And there is no shame in my game. Like I've been through it. I've been married 3 times. I've created the same dynamic again and again in those relationships until I found clarity and changed the paradigm. And I'm now happily married, and there's no damn way that I'm falling into that trap again. I could tell very early on that this person was worth the personal work it took to change my mindset and create a lasting relationship. And just as we recreate patterns in our personal relationships, we often recreate them in the relationship that we build with our business. In this book, I share the exact moment when I realized that I had created a business that was demanding and demeaning instead of loving and supportive. But I don't stop there. I also share how my background as a survivor of child abuse and my training as a therapist gave me clarity to identify that I was recreating trauma within the very structures that had thought would bring me freedom and what I did to heal and reverse that. In this book, I share the processes that I use to transform myself and my work and how they also help my clients do the same. I outline the steps for creating an emotional sustainability plan that will yield a business that you love and that loves you back. I've updated that title to Emotional Operating System. If you're feeling burdened and overwhelmed, I'll help you remember when in your life you felt this way before. I'll help you identify who your business is standing in for. Is it that mean eighth grade teacher you had? A demanding father? Maybe your first mean boss? Once you can see what role you are playing in your business and what role your business is playing in your life, you'll be able to change it. so that you can make more money, feel more connected to your business and your clients, and have a business that is emotionally sustainable. This book helps you locate your own story and identify the characters in it. But most importantly, it helps you change who the characters are and what they do, and write a new chapter for yourself so that you can have the business and the life that you love. You got to go through it to get to it. So let's buckle up and jump in.